Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, excuse me. Right now, we're going to be doing my tea party. Be doing a tea party. With that, we are going to be doing a lot of energy work. I don't have Claire Tarot readings available because I don't know where my cards are. So that's that. We don't have Claire Tarot readings available. I can do clairvoyant reading if you guys want me to add that. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and add that. Let's add that really quick. So if you guys look at the link that I posted, that's where you can get an expedited request. I have a ton of different expedited requests available. And I'm just going to go ahead and add. Okay. Let's make this available up top. Give me 1 second, guys. Because I'm a mess today, like every day. Let's see what we have. And my internet is a bit slow because I'm running off my cell phone. So we have the bioscan, clairvoyant reading, not Claire Tarot, but clairvoyant. We also have the Ruby Sun DNA activation, soul purpose activation, or from Emerald Sun matrix activation, etheric wing workup, ancestral wound clearing, Christiatic combo, blue ray Faraday. The blue ray Faraday, that has a lot more to do with clearing electro smog, if you catch my drift. We also have past life trauma clearing, Phoenix Fire Shield upgrade, Melchizedek supercharge, and I haven't done this in a while. Crystal code. What this expedite will do, if you have a crystal that you want me to program, and there's different options for programming, I can go ahead and do that to you. When I program the crystal, it's going to be customized for your personal code. So it's not something that other people can use. It's specifically just for you. Okay. And then, oh, and that's it. The electrosmog negation for the crystal code, that one is specifically for the spiritual energetic effects of 5G. It's to negate that. And you can find that on the link that I shared. So let's look over here. All right. How are you guys doing? I'm like in a weird way today. I just feel like I don't feel, well, I feel hot because I'm wearing 2 pairs of pants again, but it's okay. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and do the, I just can't think, what the fuck. Let's do number wars, but since I don't have cards, let's go ahead and, okay. So we're going to pick a number from 1 to 100. And let me go ahead and get my notes. All right, I have my number. Pick a number from 1 to 100. First comment that I see that matches what I have written will win a Claire, not Claire Tarot, will win some sort of activation from me. Are you guys feeling like a heightened level of sensitivity today? I'm kind of feeling that today. All right, Diane, you won at 11. Diane won at 11. Congratulations, Diane. All right, so let me ask your higher self what kind of activation is apropos. Let's see. Okay, your higher self tells me chakra realignment. Chakra realignment. Yeah, I just feel so sensitive today. I feel sensitive to people's bullshit today. Okay, let me not go there. Let me just not go there. All right, Diane, breathe very deep and very slow. All right. All right. So you have a little bit of a hard time grounding. I do see that your root chakra, the front lower left portion of the chakra, has like a bulge in it. So I'm not sure if maybe you feel threatened, like the feminine aspect of you feels threatened, like with survival or whatnot, but definitely your root chakra is needing a little bit more attention from you. Okay, so let us I just made myself call. Okay, let's pick another number. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches what I have written will get something else from me. Something else. All right. Okay, I'm just, maybe it's too much. Wondering if it's too much caffeine at this point. I found my, all right. Suzanne Marie, you won at 44. Suzanne Marie, you won at 44. All right. Let me just, hold on. Let me text him. Do you guys, Suzanne won? Is there a delay on my end? Okay, hold on. Okay, Suzanne, let me see what your higher. Okay, Suzanne, your higher self is not asking for an activation. There are things that are going on energetically. I'm not sure if you're aware. 65% at 444. That's some stuff right there. I'm not sure if you're aware of or if you're feeling the sensations. Your higher self wanted me to share with you the information that you do have a parasitic circumstance in your back, multiple latch points, primarily like this high in your back, just right of your spine, and then several that are just left of the spine, going from the lower portion of your middle back down to your sacrum. So I'm just talking to your higher self. Also, some circumstance going on in the low belly. I'm not sure if you've been in contact with someone that has 2M, but It's looking like this is a 2M type of circumstance. That's a 64% F445, 64445. You've been exposed to some shit, girl. You've been exposed to some shit. It's infiltrating at this point your root, part of your sacral, also the throat space. I have you in a sterile box as of right now so that it doesn't go anywhere else. This seems like it's been persisting for a while now. It definitely looks like it's been there for some time. So, sorry. You could find 2M extraction on my website if that's something that calls to you, if that resonates. Just asking your higher self what else. I don't know who we would know mutually. It's just weird. I'll just say what your higher self said. It's an associate that was once mutual. So I assume it's someone that I was once. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, give me a name. Give me a name, boo. Give me a name. I'm not being told a name though. I would prefer a name, because if this is someone that I'm still in contact with, well, fuck that shit. I don't want to be in contact. Your higher self says, no, there's no contact between me and whoever this is at this point. Do we even know mutual people? Well, I don't really know many people. I'm going to be honest. I don't know many people. I don't know, girl. I don't know. It's someone that I guess I had at some point had been interacting with publicly. Oh, man, and my phone is tripping. So, yeah. Do we have a few in common? Use your discernment, okay? Use your discernment, but I'm being told that you got it from someone that we both know, which I know for a fact everyone in my personal circle, no 2M there. No way, Jose. Because that's not something I play around with. Hold on, guys. I'm going to pick a number from 1 to 100. Let me just rewrite this because it just looked too funky. All right. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches what I have written will win something from me. Ooh, 66% F4, 48, 66448. All right. So let us. I need to get by. Oh, I see it. Hold on. Michelle Smith, you won at 87. Michelle Smith. Euro. Honey. To get by. Oh, man. I don't know where the hell my... All right. Okay, Michelle Smith. Let's see what your higher self would like. Are you having some kind of weird sensation in the lower right quadrant of your belly? I'm being shown the lower right quadrant of your belly, but it's like cloaked and it's almost like a shadow is covering it. I'm kind of hesitant to look at what's behind the cloak. I'm telling your higher self, like, if there's something you need me to tell her about, you're going to have to show it, because I'm not going to be digging through nothing. Not right now. Have you had that weird feeling before? The impression that I'm being given is that something would like me to poke around in that area, hoping to distract me long enough to try and enter my field. And I'm not down with games. You've been going through a lot of stress with family. Have you been having a weird sensation there, though? And I'm going to ask you something kind of weird. But please do be fully honest. Be fully honest. Don't worry about hurting my feelings. Have I been annoying you lately? Been kind of annoyed with me for some unknown reason? Yeah, it wraps around from the front all the way through to the back and the lower portion. But I'm facing you right now, so. Hi, Teresa. So I'll just leave it at that. It feels like it has to do with a parasitic circumstance. And again, I'm just really your mom doesn't want you to watch me. And I'm not, something is attempting to piggyback off of your energy and possibly trying to get me to look at your field closer so that I'll be distracted. That you're being used for that. Yeah, I find that interesting too. Your comment doubled up, and then now your signal is not. I'm going to have to just leave that alone. Okay, Michelle. Give me 1 second. You for sure have a parasitic latching. I was going to move forward, and I just heard it growl at me. Uh-huh. And it's saying quite a bit. Quite a bit. Michelle, I encourage you to consider having a parasitic extraction. Okay, you can find that on my website if that's something that resonates. So let's see. Let us see. Oh, here we go. All right, Stephanie Murdoch. Ooh, okay. Stephanie, are you here? Any animal can. They can get parasitic latchings. All right, girlfriend, hold it. All right, where the heck? What the heck? Okay, wait. That's the wrong cord. Wrong cord. Okay, guys. I'm like bag lady status at this point. I'm looking for my earbuds. Okay. right, this will have to do. This will have to, well, unless, nope. Nope. Freaking A. Okay. Have to do this. So breathe very deep and very slow, Stephanie. Let's play a song. What song? Ooh, the world is jiggling. It's jiggling. Okay, Stephanie, breathe very deep and very slow. I hate this phone. Okay. There we go. You might feel fire going up your back, okay? Breathe very deep and very slow. You might see or feel a very large male. Just ignore him. And if your dogs are with you, they might get a little bit stimulated by his presence, okay? Just breathe. How do you feel? Are you sweating? I'm sweating too. I really need to take off my other pair of pants. So don't mind me. Just taking off my second pair of pants. I'm all sweaty. All right. What do you mean what you need? Excuse me. Oh, she probably could smell his energy. So the energy is, It's a lot. It's a lot of energy. Stay seated for a while, okay, Stephanie? It's done integrating. Your higher self also requested additional work be done on your template as part of your healing process. Do you feel any dizziness? Oh, Mary, what you should have done. I don't do that anymore. Just pick what resonates with you. If nothing resonates, that's okay. But pick what resonates. Your higher self will guide you to what you need done, okay? Oh, perfect. She ate a lot of protein. I did too. I ate protein. um, let's see who's next. Let's see. Nicole Plant. Nicole Plant, are you here? Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. Okay. She's here. She's here. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So, clairvoyant reading. Was there anything in particular that you wanted me to ask your higher self? Okay. Let's see what your higher self wants to talk to you about. So I'm being shown a white cat walking very gingerly through a pathway that has a lot of broken glass in it. I'm being told you are this white cat. Allow yourself to accept that your purity is intact, your integrity is intact. There is a need for you to be very careful of where you place your feet as you walk your path for right now, just for right now. And then I'm being shown someone kind of in the bushes, just watching. And it's almost like there's this intention of not so nice things, like I don't even know what they are wanting or needing. Well, they don't need anything. They want to do something, something nefarious. Um, are you physically in danger? I'm getting no, you're not in physical danger, but it seems like it almost seems as though because whoever this is can't trigger you, um, it's annoying them. It's definitely annoying them, and so they're becoming more focused on you. I'm assuming this has to do with work because I believe that's what was going on last week. But it's definitely a sense that something's going on. It has to do with work, probably the same person. I'm asking your higher self, what else do you need to know? Oh, interesting. Um, you know, oh, are they playing mind games with you? Girl. I'm being told to point out that, just like with cats, how they typically land on their feet, you always land on your feet too. Sometimes um sometimes the cat gets a little bit shook up because I mean, who doesn't if you're being tossed? But they always manage to rebound quickly. You're going to rebound quickly too. If there's stuff that's going on, um, This is crazy. It's like so much jealousy and it's for nothing. I don't feel like you're doing anything. If you are doing something to initiate it, I totally would tell you, like, hey, this is what you're doing. This is why people are, but it's just one person. And it's this sense that this one person just does this to everybody. Like, I don't know. Maybe they have like a yeast infection or something and that puts them in a bad mood. They're a nasty person. I'm just, I don't even like seeing anything about them, anything about their energy or any of that. They're just a nasty person. It makes me want to revert to an old way of being where I used to be really nasty to nasty people, like really nasty. I think it's because you're an empath. Yeah. I think it's because you're an empath. And it's this sense that um, whoever this is thought that you'd be an easy target and they could like really mess with you, but you haven't been um, easily shook. And so I don't know. I don't understand why they're so fixated on you. I just keep getting the sense that it's because they think you're an easy target, easy target. I don't think you're an easy target at all. I think you're quiet. I think you kind of just stay in your own space, but to label you as an easy target, I think they're sorely mistaken. We'll be calling. You're gonna call your homeboy Manny. um, I think, yeah, I figured it. was Manny Pacquiao. I think that whatever is going on, you're probably just staying in your own lane and not really noticing whatever they're planning. I wouldn't be surprised if the cattiness is kind of elevating, but you don't necessarily think it's directed at you yet. I don't know what's wrong with this person. You should tell Manny to kick their ass. Let's see. Yeah, Hildy, I'm reading for Nicole Plant. So let's see. Let me get a song. So breathe very deep and very slow. Remember when? Okay, breathe very deep and very slow. You might get real warm. All right. How do you feel? I'm so hot. I'm so hot. She feels good. She feels good. All right. Thank you, Nicole. Oh, no. I gotta go back down. Deb Lashbrook. Deb, are you here? If you open that, I'm gonna be so cold. He opened it anyways.
She also said by a spiritual scan.
Let me see. Oh, yes, bioscan. Durr. Sorry, Deb. Let me finish. Molly, I'm choosing people by the order in which they ordered the expedite through the link. So, Nicole, let me look. Excuse me. So I hadn't realized that you had a bioscan. Not sure why. I didn't realize it was the first thing you had. But I typically scan right before I do the energy work. I didn't see anything parasitic. I didn't see anything the matter with your chakras. I'm looking right now and your entire field, it just lit up. Like, well, because I just did energy work on you. So the entire field is lit up. But I didn't see anything parasitic or chakra issue, nothing with the shield as well. So before I do any energetic work, I pretty much do that for everyone before I do any kind of energy work, because let's face it, if I do energy work without scanning first, I step into some caca sometimes. So I'm just waiting to see if maybe some of the energy will dissipate, because now you're glowing even brighter, which I don't think the glowing is going to dissipate anytime soon. I just don't. I don't feel like it's going to dissipate anytime soon. Your whole field is loaded with so much energy. Let me see. One section. Hold on. Yeah, even I wanted to look at a specific section of your morphogenetic template. There's too much energy. And when I try to clear some away, it just starts sparking. Do you feel some kind of almost like static energy around you? Thank you, Becca. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking again, still increasing energy. But you're not dizzy, right? I'm getting more hot. Okay. Okay, awesome. I'm sorry, I didn't remember it in the beginning. Deb, are you here? Deb Lashbrook? All right, Deb is here. Raspberry tart. Pick whatever you feel drawn to. Let your higher self guide you. All right, Deb. Ooh-wee. It just jumped frequency. All right, Deb. Breathe very deep and very slow. Why does it do that? Oh, why can I not conquer love? Okay, Deb. You might feel pressure in the back of your head. How do you feel, Deb? How's your breathing? Okay, good. The fullness might be because of a change in frequency level. Okay, so like how, you go from error in your frequency. Okay. I am burning up. No, you don't have to be present for the bio scan, but we will be closing the link soon. And yeah. Okay. Alexandra Mattison. Ooh, okay. Crystal code. All right. Okay. So let's see. Do you have your crystal? You see how red my chest is? You see my veins? Oh my God, my vein is insane. Do you guys see that? There's all of this kind of stuff. Okay. Let me just mark your crystal and then your clairvoyant. All right. So breathe very deep and very slow. All right. Maybe that will come. Or maybe it wasn't. Okay. I know. It's all right. I got veins. So let me just get this. Place your crystal between your hands like this. Your hands might begin to get very warm. You might feel a pulsing in the crystal. All right. How do you feel? No, you didn't have to hold it in between your hands. What the fuck? Okay. Did you guys see anything here in the video? Oh, awesome. It feels warm. That was just so weird. Okay. All right, divine healing. Let me see what your higher self says about that circumstance. It seems like on your end, that circumstance is done. Part of them kind of accepts that it's done, but at the same time, there's like this little seed that's been planted by something not so benevolent. It now seems as though they might have some sort of like parasitic something that's trying to convince them that they can still win you back, which is kind of weird. Like, you guys weren't that close. It doesn't feel like you were that close for them to not want to just walk away. It's weird. Did you already have a conversation with them? Because it's like there's a part of them that's very logical and is like, all right, so it's done. But then there's like this one, oh, he kept on shutting down. Ooh. 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 I don't know. Their energy is really weird. Oh, spiritually only. Because on your end, it seems like you did the right thing, you know, like you handled it the best that you possibly could. It was the best option possible, which since you did it spiritually only, I think that is what kind of kept it from becoming this whole like full-blown ego thing. But gosh, on their end, it just seems like there's a seed that's left. Something keeps trying to water it. I don't feel like it's him that's watering it. That's why I say I think he has like a full-on parasitic something going on. I don't know what. I'm just asking your higher self for further clarity. I definitely feel like you did what you needed to do and you chose the best option possible. 99% at 531. That comes out to 999. So even with that, like 3 times 9 is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. I think you did everything that you could. It's really contingent on them understanding their own like process. This is just so weird. I don't know. I don't know, girl. I think he has a parasitic something. Maybe you can just continue to speak to his higher self. Continue to let his higher self know, like, okay, don't. I feel like he's gonna come back in a little bit, like message again. So it seems like high level parasitic issue. And I don't think he understands. I don't think he understands what's going on within himself. But it's just a small seed. So unless he fully gives into that, I don't see him bothering you anymore. But if he gives into that, oh, girlfriend, if he just randomly messages you in the next couple weeks, maybe like 2-3 weeks, then you probably have an idea that he gave into it and it's going to be an issue. But if you continue to just still be very firm, like, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to be friends. No, I'm sorry, I don't want this, I don't want that. He probably will eventually move on. Yeah, keep talking to his higher self. Hopefully that works, because I don't think it's his higher self or him that's having the issue. I think it's a parasitic thing that's going on. And sometimes he listens to it, sometimes he doesn't. But I think even when he does listen to it, he often doesn't say much. So, excuse me. I know I keep choking on my own saliva. Excuse me. All right. So, Moon Chiclet. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, just so you guys are aware, as soon as I finish with Moon Chicky, I am going to be closing down the link. Excuse me. There she is. You're welcome, Divine Healing. Let's go ahead and put this back in the ear. Okay, so breathe very deep and very slow. Let's find a song. Darnia. Ooh, I already have stuff. How do you feel? It means you might want to get yourself a new man. That's what that means. It was intense. Do you feel any dizziness? Yeah. Definitely don't stand anytime soon, okay? Guys, just an FYI, I'm closing down the link. If the dang thing would connect. We all have pain. We all have sorrow. But you won't be alone. All right. I'm good. I'm good. Are you guys picking up something? I'm good. All right. So next we have Melissa Bernard. All right. No, I don't know who that is. All right, Miss Melissa. Let me just. All right. Focused on. Okay. So let's look. Breathe very deep and very slow. I'm going to be running electricity through you, okay? I'm running this current 3. You're A-okay? Arkai is standing behind you. Melissa, do you give him permission? I can't stop him. He's gonna go buck wild. Something's on your back. I'm gonna put you in a safe space, okay? He's detected implants. Shh. Breathe. How do you feel? Sorry, I have to. Okay. You're okay. It's just, hold on. My back is spasming. All right. Okay. Okay. So, how does your back feel now? Okay. So, girl, he went ape shit. Not on you. It was primarily on the shoulder. The top, your trap right here, it was like a little spider monkey on your shoulder. Well, kind of like a backpack, but it was dug pretty deep in the right shoulder, probably like 2 to 3 inches below the top of your trap, back in the back. That's intense. But you're okay now? Okay. And I did the Blu-ray Faraday. Okay. Is it okay with you if he stays near your field for a little bit longer? Is that all right? Does he have your permission? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he plans to kick ass. I'm not joking. He plans to kick ass. I don't know whose ass. I don't think it's your ass, but he definitely plans to stay and kick ass. So, let's see. Many say that I'm too young. All right, Catherine Garland. Catherine, are you here? No, don't close the window. Woo. Yeah, girl, he went ape shit. Like, when I say ape shit, I mean ape shit. I don't know what the hell was going on, but it definitely was going on. Just. All right, Catherine is here. Is that a dancing penis sticker? Where the hell did you get that? Oh, Catherine's here. Let's go ahead and do Catherine. That's just the oddest thing ever. Breathe. I'm not planning to go live tomorrow, but I guess we'll see. I wasn't planning to go live today either, but subscribe to my channel and then we'll see. Is it a lipstick? I don't know, y'all. Stickers scare me. They scare me. I thought, because this was like a couple of years ago, and I couldn't let it go. And then finally I asked one of my friends, like, what does this mean? Does this mean something? Is this weird for someone to just send me all these emojis? And then they were like, oh, that's definitely not good. I was like, are they celebrating something? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know about y'all pop culture. I'm not a part of that. And it's only you who can tear me apart. Okay, I'm just looking for a song. Boop, 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 boop. Excuse me. Certified quality. This damn thing keeps coming off. All right. Do 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 do. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Teresa Zippo. All right. Teresa, are you here? She's here. She's here. Oh, hold on. I need some sounds. Okay. Let me get a new song. West Coast Hip Hop Essentials. Let's see what's that about. These are definitely the essentials. They even got Far Side up in here. All right. Oh, what? Cypress Hill? Digital Underground? Dilated Peoples? What's up? They got Andre Nicotina. Okay, hold on. Let me just find a song. Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina, Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina. Okay. Sorry, guys. I totally got caught up looking at songs. What? With Machiavelli. Blows like a 12-gauge shotty. You feel me? Okay. Now, do you want to ride a da? La da 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 da. Okay, Tupac, you're gonna make me get too aggressive. La da 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 da. Okay. You guys, I can't focus. How to get it down? Okay, okay. We'll go with Dre. Okay. All right, how do you feel? K-pop, hip-hop, love it. Immortal technique. Ah, why does this keep popping up? Okay. Okay. Is there any dizziness, Teresa? I'm feeling old. I'm feeling jittery. Okay. Well, I'm glad there's no dizziness. Hopefully, there's none that pops up. But it is a lot of frequency and there is a little bit of a delay. Okay. So make sure you stay seated for a little bit longer. Okay. Simi, are you here? Yes, you will experience pressure in the third eye area, and then usually dizziness follows afterwards. Excuse me. Sammy, are you here? All right, so Sammy, is there something in particular that you want me to scan for? Ooh, not hair out. You're welcome, Teresa. Right, is there something in particular that you want me to scan for? It goes on. Okay, so let's see. Ooh. Have you been having back pain? Especially in the upper left side of your back? You have a lot in your field. You have a lot of circumstance in your field. It's primarily in the left upper side of your back, but it does go down the spine. I see it throughout your hips, your pelvis, both sides. A lot of anchoring in the iliac crest of both hips. I also see quite a bit that's accumulated around your Kundalini containment area near the tailbone. I see a lot of like thickened, dark energy inside of the knees, actually most of your joints, elbows, wrists, all of that. A lot of flare up, a lot of systemic inflammation. Your lower belly looks somewhat distended. It looks as though you've been eating things that flare your condition. And in addition to that, it looks like there is quite a bit of parasitic circumstance. Looking over your chakras, I see a lot of fracturing, deep core fracturing, especially in the sacral chakra. I see atrophy in the solar plexus, a lot of spike-like free-floating blockage. It's almost like thorns in the throat. So I wouldn't be surprised if your communication with people has become very like it triggers them, or it's they say that you're being abrasive and you don't understand why you're being abrasive. It has a lot to do with that. Third eye space looks, it's been clamped. Are you feeling, well, hold on. Are you feeling a return of the symptoms from before? If you're already gluten-free, dairy-free, you might have to remove other items. Nightshades would definitely do that. If you're a certain type of code, nightshades are not compatible. Gluten-free might not be enough. You might need to go completely grain-free, rice and corn included. You might even be experiencing cross-reactivity with soy. Oftentimes, soy has to be removed too. So there's a few other things that you might want to explore removing from your diet. In addition to that, the dark energy, it has a certain type of like crystalline structure to it. You're probably going to need another series like before. Are you out of the magical items, like the soaps and oils and stuff? Because that might be something that you need to consider. If you're not using them, you might want to consider using them again. If you have been using them and you're out, or you still have some and it doesn't seem to be working, there might be a need to recalibrate, use different floral combinations and oil combinations that would address what your current coding is at this point. It's kind of surprising how much parasitic circumstance you have in your field, considering you're using them still. I'm going to be honest, I don't think one session would be enough to remove all of this. It's you're pretty heavily infiltrated. You probably do need to recalibrate, because if you're using them and I mean you're aware of the potency of them, you probably do need to recalibrate in addition to a series again. Yeah, there's nothing that I can do during a live stream that would correct the circumstance. It's just, yeah. Have you been experiencing elevated levels of frustration, or like, have you been interacting a lot with the source of the dark energy, the source that we had identified before? Have you been interacting with them a lot? I can't believe I cut my baby hairs like that. it's all fucked up. It's okay. Okay. But have you been, has that individual been going out of their way to aggravate you? Well, they always go out of their way. Has it been more so than usual? Yeah, you email my page, and I'll see what kind of plan needs to happen, and I'll definitely discuss it with you. Okay, but I think this needs to be a more aggressive approach. So I'm sorry this is happening to you again, Simi. You have to remember, I don't want you to keep getting stuff done if you're not going to change your mindset, if you're not going to shift the filterings that you're currently using to something that's more empowering. This is going to continue to happen over and over again. I want you to make sure that you use the tools that you're given in order to maintain the work that we do. Okay, I know you try your best, but sometimes we need a little reminder. Hey, tools, use the tools. Okay, so email me and we'll figure out a plan for you. So let's see. Kayle Guthrow. I don't think that was Kayle. Are you here? Gosh, let me see. Kaylee, are you here? All right, so we're gonna go forward. Rachel Smith Camp, are you here, Rachel? Rachel Smith Camp? Okay, so Rachel, let me go over your question again. Ooh. So Rachel, your higher self has some pretty intense messages. A lot of this that you go through, a lot of the struggles that you go through, it has to do with you wanting to punish yourself. I'm not sure if you're aware that you're doing these cycles. So it's like a sense that when you were young, I want to say very young, like about 4 years old, there was a lot of, I don't know if it was like heavy-handed parenting or if it was the average kind of parenting and you're just very sensitive. It might be both, a combination of the two together, but there was a lot of making you feel as though you're bad, that the heavy-handedness, and it could just be verbal heavy-handedness, but it's this feeling that whatever was said, whatever you experienced, you really took it in. And that's the recording that continues to play in your mind this whole time. Your entire life, this recording has been playing. And it's time for you to become aware of the recording and stop listening to it. And it's hard for me to say this because I don't want you to hear what I'm saying and interpret it as confirmation that all you do is mess up. I don't necessarily feel like all you do is mess up. I feel like there's this part of you that it's almost like you feel obligated to have difficult moments in life because that's what you were told is all you're really going to have, all you're really going to achieve. And that's so far from the truth. That is so far from the truth. The inner child, your inner child, is like so shut down. It's almost like you go from one really intense, traumatic it's this sense that you go for the same type of energy. And when I say same type of energy, typically the energies are expressed in the same or similar type of characteristic. So you have to make sure you begin really analyzing where these hurts come from. I think they come from early childhood. Did something happen when you were 12? Was there something traumatic that happened? So I don't know if I have a lag. Probably do. I think everyone's having a lag today. That's when things started going downhill. Around 12 is when I picked up that was the point where you could have remove the recordings, but then something occurred that like really, really caused the recordings to go even louder. So I think it was probably around the time you were 12 that you really just allowed yourself to believe a lot of the internal things that were being played inside your head. Do you want to hear some of the root causation, the potential root causation, or because you had asked for guidance. Hold on. Oh, no, wrong one. Okay. So do you want full disclosure, or I know some people don't like to hear about parasitic stuff. Okay. I believe a lot of this has to do with parasitic stuff that began around the time you were 4, and then it was able to breach your core when you were around 12 years old. And so whatever recordings that were playing in your head, it kind of amplified it. It's like listening to something on speakerphone versus listening to something on a megaphone. So it became very loud and created some sense of false resonance. So your perception of who you are and what you deserve is very, very distorted at this point. And you have an elevated manifestation ability. And so what ends up happening, if this thing keeps you fixated on all the ways in which you're failing at life, then that's all you're really going to manifest for yourself. And the more you manifest these struggles for yourself, the more you choose to have interactions and connections with the people who have the ability to elevate the manifestation of these struggles, the more you feel like it's being confirmed. So it's kind of like a hamster wheel that it has you on. The more you run, the more the wheel spins. The more the wheel spins, the more you have to run. So it's just round and round and round, amplified, amplified, amplified. I think you would probably benefit from a parasitic extraction plus DNA activation added on instead of purchasing them separate. I think that would probably be actually, if we're going to be really honest with ourselves, that would correct the circumstance, but it wouldn't keep it corrected. It probably, instead of that, the best option for you would be to select a mentorship, because the mentorship has the tools that you would need. I would teach you how to maintain your field versus just have it done and then it's probably going to come back. There's no point in that. You know what I mean? I don't want you to book a session only for it to come back. My work is very, very focused on helping people empower themselves so that way they don't need to keep coming back to me. I know it's a bad business model, but I don't want repeat customers like that. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to know how to protect yourself, how to maintain your field, all of that. And right now, with all of the things that you've been going through and the way that you're feeling about yourself, there's a very high likelihood it will come back fairly quickly. So I feel like the best option for you would probably be the mentorship, whichever one you want to pick. You can just do a basic one. You can do an extended one. There's different options. Go with what resonates for you. Okay. I hope that helps, Rachel. You know, I don't necessarily feel like, I don't feel like your life is a mess. I feel like you've really internalized people's perceptions of how you're supposed to live, what you need to do in order to consider yourself happy. And I think that misalignment is very much what's causing you so much feeling of disappointment. That paired with parasitic, yeah, it doesn't leave a very good feeling. It leaves a very bad feeling about yourself, about your life, about the people in your life, all of that. So, just let yourself see what resonates. You can find all of this on my website, or, you can kind of just see how things unfold for yourself. You're free to do whatever you choose to do. Remember that. You're free to do whatever you choose to do. Okay? So I hope that helps you. Let's see. Kaylee Guthrow, are you here? Kaylee? My niece's name is Kaylee. I used to sing to her. Kaylee, baby. Da 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 da. My cousin hated when I would sing to her. Kaylee, baby. Da 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 da. All right, Kaylee's not here. Moving forward, Rebecca Johnson. Ooh, girlfriend, you using the pendulum? Okay, let's see. Becky. Oh my God, Becca. Look at. Let's see. Put these back on. She's here. I need a song. What song? I can't even download anything new. I have no freaking internet. I have no Wi-Fi. All I have is my phone. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Okay, breathe, Becca. Hold on. Okay. All right. How do you feel? Okay, so um, I know that a past life reading is not a part of this expedite, but I will share with you some of the visuals that I was being given. One of the lives that needed to be cleared, portion of that, it was tied to ancient India, and it involved it involved water. I can't tell if you were like held underwater or if you were like waterboarded, or I mean, I don't know, but it involved a lot of difficulty breathing and fluid. So it was intense. It was definitely intense. I was just shown a snippet of it, and then your higher self ended the visual that I was given, probably because it would have triggered me in a not so good way. Yeah, she was like, no, this is too much. So, have we talked about water for you before, girlfriend? It's kind of, it was intense. It was intense. Um, and you already know, my memory sucks. I don't know what has happened in readings in the past, but is it the same life that I'm talking about? Same details, or is it different? Obviously, it involves water, but is it a different life? Because this seemed like very like ancient um, Indian. I don't mean First Nations peoples in North America. I'm talking about India in Asia. Different life, same girlfriend. They better not try and waterboard you in this life. I'm gonna have a fucking fit. I'm just saying. This is not the life to repeat that shit. Yeah, no, it felt pretty traumatic. So I'm wondering if part of that life was like coming forward, the other life where you were being held underwater, because it didn't seem like you were being held underwater. It seemed like water was being poured on your face and you were being held down, like laying down. That's why I'm like, are you being waterboarded, or do they have you strapped to something like a table type thing and thrown in the water? I couldn't tell, but there was no, like, you weren't able to struggle like you were being held under the water. What the actual shit? Okay. My whole right arm just felt like it was wet with water. Ah. Hmm. I don't know what that's about, girl. It's getting a little too intense for me. Getting a little too intense for me right now. But yeah, we removed quite a bit. Okay, we removed quite a bit, and you know, you might have some flashback type memories when you sleep. Your dreams, it might be flashbacks of whatever. I don't know if that's the same life, but it definitely might be a flashback of the two. Okay. Um, let's see. All right, Claudia Kayagari. Okay. Claudia, are you here? I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. Excuse me. Do 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 do. All right. Murder, she wrote. Something's wrong. How do you feel? Oh, I'm sorry. That had nothing to do with you. Um, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's something completely separate. Um, there was a little bit of flashbacks that were also shown for you. Um, I think you're already processing these parts. I don't remember what the flashbacks were. It was just like one quick flash and then it was gone. Excuse me. But there was one, there was a couple, but there was one that I do remember that wasn't like a bright flash of light. And that one, it was like you had a binding around your chest, holding your arms in. So it was binding across. Um, have you been having a hard time breathing lately? Not necessarily gasping for air, but like this sense of, why am I holding my breath? Doing it a lot more lately, like in the past week or so. Oh. I think it might have to do partially with the masks at work and partially with a previous life that's coming rising to the surface. So the blockage that was preventing you from fully connecting with what you were recalling on some level, that's been cleared. You might have more of whatever that circumstance is come to the surface. Okay. Excuse me. But yeah, you feel okay though? I have a lag on my end. Yeah. That raised my frequency so high. I'm super sleepy now too. All right. So, yes. Mhm. All right. Kaylee. Kaylee, are you here? You're welcome, Claudia. Oh, there's Kaylee. Kaylee, baby. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right. So, Kaylee, breathe very deep and very slow. All right, Kaylee, how do you feel? Okay. Okay, good, good. Um, Michael. Okay, I'll listen to Michael. Michael said, just keep Mary Spaziani. All right, Mary Spaziani, are you here? All right. Kaylee, no, I wasn't shown any details. All right, Mary. Oh, I just forgot what the heck I was gonna. All right, so okay. All right, so let's do your reading first. I'm asking your higher self what else you need to know to continue with your growth. So, okay, I'm not too sure what this means exactly. I'm being shown you as like a tree, okay? Um, almost like what the hell kind of tree is that? I don't know what kind of tree that is anymore. I used to know the name of it. It looks kind of like a Christmas tree, okay? And one of your branches has grown very far, and it's like your higher self is letting you know that that branch is about to be pruned. It's about to be cut back. I'm not sure why. I think it has to do with your son. Um, I'm wondering if it has to do with I'm trying to understand how to word this because I don't want to just blurt it out and make you feel bad when you don't need to feel bad. Um, so it's like you might be overreaching a little bit with your son. Good intentions, of course. You have good intentions for him, but it might be that you are offering a little too much advice or being a little too much a part of his process of learning how to function on his own. Um, have you been trying really hard to encourage and inspire him? And obviously, this isn't something that you're doing intentionally. You're not necessarily intending to try and control him. But have you been trying really hard to inspire him and get him to see life in a different way? My hair is tangled. Ah, okay. So again, I don't feel like you're doing anything um, intentionally harmful or trying to control or any of that. But it might be a case of he's been having you invest in stocks. When you say that, do you mean that you're investing your money for him? Or do you mean you are letting him help you figure out what stocks to invest in? So be careful in letting things get too muddled between the two of you, because that might be what your higher self is getting at. 76% at 654, 76654. So it's kind of like a countdown, 7 being the number of completion, 6 being the number, 6 being the number of elevated reception, receiving. 5 is a number of change, 4 is a number of self. So it might be that you're kind of repeating some cycles, but the details of how that cycle is repeating has shifted. So you're not as aware that those cycles are repeating. I don't necessarily feel like you have to stop investing in stocks with him, for him, or any of that, but you have to be very mindful of how you guys are blurring the line between keeping your lives separate, but at the same time working together cohesively. So just be careful with that. 77% at 655. Again, countdown. 7 elevated completion, 6 being receiving, 55 being elevated change. So that kind of confirms that message. Sometimes I see his attitude is regressing backwards at times. He will have the forwards and backwards, but that's the reason why, not but, and that's the reason why you have to make sure that line between the two of you is kept very, very clear. Because once you begin muddling that line a little bit, it's a lot easier for the two of you to fall back into old patterns. Okay. So just something to keep an eye on. I don't necessarily feel like there's an issue yet. I feel like you guys are, moving along beautifully, but that is something definitely to keep an eye on. All right. So I think your higher self is just wanting you to be very clear about what you're doing. Um, don't don't backslide into I don't know if it's backsliding. It's this feeling of don't become so comfortable as friends, you know? You definitely want to evolve into a connection with your adult child as though you guys are equals, but you're still the mother. There's still a line that has to be maintained, and you guys can walk forward together, but you still have um, to maintain that. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. All right, so let's do your energy work. Okay. Um, we yeah, just maintain that line, Mary. Excuse me. So breathe very deep and very slow. All right. How do you feel? Awesome. Awesome. All right. So, Mary, stay seated for a little bit. Make sure that you're not super dizzy. Okay. Sorry. All right. So, Desi Kadra. Ooh. Desi, are you here? Um, oh, okay, good. I'll definitely do the scan. I will tell you, soon as I read the question, as of right now, your higher self said no. Like, no, it's not going to give me any information on that. Okay. So I hope everything's okay. Let's go ahead and scan you. Are you feeling okay? The left, the left side of your neck. Have you been having pain there? You have a harpoon sticking out of your neck. Have you been having really altered thoughts? Like, um, just really intense? Like, really, really intense, increased aggression, not necessarily that you're becoming more combative with other people, but aggression that you don't necessarily show. Yeah, girl, you have an intense parasitic circumstance. Have you been having I'm all patting my belly. Have you been having lower belly aches? I like weird cramping. I see quite a bit in the low belly area, like below the belly button. It might come as like period cramps, but it's not time for period cramps, or you don't usually experience cramps, but it's in that area. Yeah. Um, you have a parasitic circumstance. Let me just hold that. I believe chocolate is rich in copper. So, yeah, it's very rich in copper. 3-ounce bar of dark chocolate can contain more than 100% of the US recommended daily allowance for children and over 80% of the RDA for teens and adults. Um, Dang it. It's similar to before, but not as intense. It isn't as intense as it had gotten. Um, I'm just scanning the rest of you to make sure um, it's not that. How has your forehead been feeling? Have you had any throbbing in the forehead? How about right around here, the right side of your forehead? Not the third eye, but right side. Um, you have been trying to receive downloads. I do see that, but I don't know that the downloads are getting in. It seems like every time there is a transmission that comes, it looks almost like, the spikes they use for railroad tracks. It's sticking out your forehead, and every time it's like it's at an angle like this. And every time a download comes, it drives it in deeper, but it's on the right side, right around here, just right of the third eye. Um, I'm just trying to figure out like it's not 2M, but it's a very heavy and very high um, frequency type of parasitic circumstance. Um, I don't know where you got this from. I don't know where you got this from. This is very intense. This type of latching would definitely cause you to feel more aggressive, more like desperate. Um, I don't know how to. What would be a better word than desperate? Almost like a hopelessness, helplessness type of feeling, like you don't know how to fix a certain issue that you're having or struggle. And it's like, damn, I'm running out of time. I need to do something. I need to do something. It's that type of desperate feel, but I don't know how else to, I don't know how else to put it. But it's intensifying quite a bit of those feelings of like inadequacy. Um, is not necessarily that you don't have self-worth, but it's a diminished level of self-worth. You know what I mean? It's I don't know how to put it. Yeah, a little bit of anxiousness. You've been feeling hopeless lately. Mm. Yeah, like I'm glad you understand what I'm saying. I don't know how else to put it because it's not like people's typical definition or concept of desperate or hopelessness. It's like there's still power to it, but at the same time, this is how you feel. It's it's also spiked. So with the areas where I see latchings, it's not like a regular latching. They look like spikes. The side of the left side of the neck, that's a full on harpoon. So whatever this is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. I That's why I'm like, where the hell did you get this from? Um, Luckily, it's not 2M. That's the perk. It's not even a perk, but it's not 2M. So Yeah. Um, I'll message you. Okay. Um, it is better than before. It's better than before. It's not as bad, but it's still not good. I mean, I wouldn't want to continue with this type of feeling. You know, it's like you're strong, but you're not. It's like what the heck? It's that kind of feeling. Like I know I'm strong. I don't think I can do this. So that's the only way I could really put it where it's understandable. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying, Desi. Um, right? That's why it's hard for me to put into words. And usually I'm able to really, really be able to articulate what's going on and make analogies to help people better understand. But this, it's almost like I don't even really know how to communicate it. Like I'm communicating it, but at the same time, I mean, I don't even think I make sense. So my sense you things, there's this feeling in me that's like, no, 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 don't say it like that. No, 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 it's not that. No, 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 no. And it's like, shut up. And I don't think it's me either. I don't think that this is my feeling. I think that I'm probably pulling it from you because I'm so sensitive to you. I'm probably pulling it from you. I'm so glad you described it because I thought I was going, okay, well, damn, that makes me feel better because that's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, girl, am I just making this shit up? I think I'm just making this up. It's that feeling. Like, I think I finally lost it. I'm just making this up. I don't know how to go about admitting to myself that I don't know what's going on. No, I think I am pulling it from you. I we need to have that removed. Um, we do. We need to have that removed because I don't see how you can progress with this level of fluffery going on. Because it's almost like every single thought of mine. And now that I'm like really like, no, this is not mine, it's yours. I have much more clarity. So every thought that I was having, there was this secondary echo of a thought that was the polar opposite of what I was originally thinking. And then it's like disharmonic resonance that's overloading. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Girl, how long has this been going on? Oh, gosh, I don't know how you would be able to do this, like function like this, where it's a consistent and you're so highly intelligent. So then it would be like three very disharmonic things going on within you at the same time. Oh, since the situation with the person, extreme self doubt. Yeah. No, I mean, you could tell the difference between the way I was communicating a few minutes ago compared to how I'm communicating now. It's just something that I don't know how you would continue to function like that. It might be, it might be connected to the person. Um, I'm just analyzing the connection. Have they been abrasive towards you? Because it looks like the cord that exists between the two of you. This was a mutually installed cording. Um, it looks like it's full of thorns inside, not outside, but inside. Like there's no ability for the healing energies between the two of you to really circulate. And since that circumstance, have you two been in contact at all, or just zero contact? Because it seems like the inside it's not just full of thorns, really heavily impeding the flow of energy. It seems as though the energy has begun to stagnate and it's become very thick, like very viscous, almost like a partially melted jello. So that would make it even harder to connect. Strumming my pain with his fingers. Not very responsive. Oh. I think they do have a parasitic issue. Um, it seems like it traveled between the two of you, and that might account for the escalation. Hmm. Now your higher self is saying no more. No more trying to glean information. Uh, I think the separation, I think it's necessary. Unfortunately, right now, there's a very high likelihood this separation is necessary so that it doesn't completely travel through and infect you fully. Um, you won't be of any use to them if you're infected as well. That's the message that your higher self sends. So you have to remain self-contained for a period. Uh, it's seeming like I don't know if you're still sending messages, but it's seeming like no more messages, no communication for a period. You need to really work on you and your circumstance and becoming very stable again. Um, because unless you're coming from a stable ground, stable foundation, uh, you know, it's like trying to pull someone out of quicksand while you're walking into the quicksand. That's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Um, seems like it's um whether they've moved on or not, I think your focus should be on you. I feel very strongly that's what your higher self is trying to communicate, that your focus should be on you right now, not whether or not they've moved on. So 91% at 717, 91717. Look up the significance of the number 17. So 9, 1 plus 7 is 8, 1 plus 7 is 8, 988. Interesting. So that would come out to 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. Completion. A lot of messages there. Lots of messages. You have to work on completing yourself and recognizing that you're complete in your own right. That you don't necessarily need another component for you to feel whole. Um, so long as you are seeking someone else out in order to feel whole, 92% at 718, 92718, 9, 2 plus 7 is 9, 1 plus 8 is 9, 999. And the message at that time is as long as you're seeking someone else outside of yourself to make yourself whole, you will always exist in deficit. And if you are in deficit, then anything will come in and fill that void. Creation does not like voids to exist. So anytime there is a void, creation will allow something else to fill it. And unless you're consciously choosing what's that being filled with, you're going to get some parasitic issues. You're going to have some parasitic circumstance filling those voids. So because you feel like they're supposed to fill a void for you, you're holding a space open for them to return, not realizing that space that you're holding open is now being occupied again by something parasitic. I hope this makes sense. So definitely make sure that you do whatever work is necessary for you to realize, accept that you are whole in yourself. Okay. You don't need someone else, regardless of the type of soul connection that the two of you have. You don't necessarily need them. Okay. You have everything that you need within yourself. Everything that you could possibly need in this life is already within you. Now, it makes life sometimes more enjoyable to have someone else there with us. But is it necessary? Not at all. Not at all. You can definitely do it on your own. Yeah, it's nice to have someone there, someone to celebrate accomplishments with. But again, so long as you continue to exist, believing there's some sort of deficit and that you need to hold space for someone, things will come and occupy that space. Okay. Um, I'm so sorry you're going through this. I'm so sorry you're going through this. You might have worked on the surface levels, you know? Oftentimes um, we think we've successfully worked on aspects of ourselves only to have the same lessons kind of circle back around and show us that there's more work to be done. It doesn't mean that we didn't do the work the first time around. It just means now we're addressing much deeper levels of our existence. The following year, now you're doing multiplication. It's like, well, I thought I already figured out addition. Why do I have to do multiplication? Did I not do the work? No, you did the work. That's why you're able to have it circle back around and address deeper aspects of that same concept. So once you do the addition and subtraction, you have simple multiplication and division, and then you have long division, and then you have algebraic expression. It's all still the same thing. It's basically the same thing. It's the using of numbers, the pairing, the removing, all of that. So, you've been doing the work. Don't discredit yourself. Don't diminish the work you've already done. You just have some more work to do. You have more intense homework that's come up. And you do the homework and then you get more homework. That's how life is though. No matter how much you've done, soul has a way of bringing you even more. That applies for the negative experiences as well as the positive. You'll swing back into that positive. But first, you have to finish the work that you're needing to do in the negative. All right? It's not punishment. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's not that you're not doing enough or, any of that. It's just deeper levels of work needing to be done for yourself. Okay? I hope that helps, Desi. I really, really hope that helps. And I'm so sorry that this is affecting you so deeply. That makes me so sad. I know you can handle it though. I absolutely believe you can handle. I do have. You're welcome, Desi. I do have my Blu-ray Flame online workshop / certificate program coming up next weekend. If this is something that you wanted to participate in, please do reserve your seat this week so that way you don't miss out. We will be closing that off. I want to say Friday. So that way we can have everything prepared for all the participants come Sunday. Okay. Because the actual workshop date is on the 19th. If the energy work that I do fascinates you and you really resonate with it, this will be an awesome opportunity for you to learn a condensed version. Also, because it is a certificate program, the lessons, the techniques are structured so that you can utilize it for your clients, offer it as a service, as a part of your ouch, as a part of your service menu. All right. So you guys, thank you so much for sharing this space with me. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'll try to, but we'll see. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. All right. Bye, guys.